don't know. I just. Well, it's 4 o'clock and time for Oasis at Timbercrest today on Wednesday, July 29. I'm Delora Roop. I began accordion lessons in Chicago when I was 6 years old. My interest began a few years earlier here in Wabash County when I heard Esther West play her accordion. This afternoon, I'm going to play music written especially for accordion in the style of the waltz, march, and polka. But like any other instrument, one can play arrangements of songs that were not originally composed for the accordion. For instance, there are arrangements for accordion for classical music and, whatever variety, songs that have been written for other occasions but are arranged for an accordion. But so today I was thinking about the music for this afternoon. I wondered, what other places have I seen the accordion used? Do you remember there were some cowboy movies or TV programs where sometimes there might be an accordion playing when the cowboys were singing around the fire at night? So I thought, well, what about some cowboy songs? And I made a list of songs that I might fit that category. Then I checked the internet, and sure enough, there is a website of a man playing cowboy songs on the accordion. And he was playing some of the songs I had chosen. So I think I chose the right songs for cowboy songs. So I'm going to start with Home on the Range. Home on the Range expresses a deep longing for the American frontier. It celebrates the open plains as an ideal place to live, a paradise where wildlife roams freely, negativity rarely intrudes, and clear skies dominate the landscape. Home on the Range has been the state song of Kansas since 1947. So I'm going to sing Home on the Range, and when I come to the chorus, I know that you all know that, so I'm going to invite you to sing along with me. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Join me. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright, with the light from the glittering skies, have I stood there amazed and asked as I gazed if their glory exceeds that of ours. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, made recordings of Yellow Rose of Texas and Red River Valley. Yellow Rose of Texas is a traditional American song dating back to the 1850s. In 1933, Gene Autry made it into a cowboy song with some revision of the lyrics. Then in 1955, Mitch Miller recorded the most popular version of Yellow Rose of Texas, and that's the one that I remember. Red River Valley is a folk song and cowboy music standard of uncertain origins. In 1936, Gene Autry sang the song in the film Red River Valley. There's speculation that the song refers to the Red River Valley that extends from Canada into the United States, where it forms the border between Minnesota and North Dakota. Red River Valley tells the story of a cowboy facing the imminent departure of his beloved, who's returning to her home by the ocean. So I'll play both of those together now. There's a yellow rose in Texas that I am going to see. Nobody else could miss her, not half as much as me. She cried so when I left her, it like to broke my heart. And if I ever find her, we never more will part. She's the sweetest little rosebud that Texas ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your Clementine and dream of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas is the only girl for me. Where the Rio Grande is flowing and starry skies are bright, she walks along the river in the quiet summer night. I know that she remembers when we parted long ago. I promised to come back again and not to leave her so. She's the sweetest little rosebud that Texas ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your Clementine and sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas is the only girl for me. That will brighten your pathway along. Do you think of this valley you're leaving? Oh, how lonely and dreary will be. Do you think of the fond heart you're breaking and the pain you were causing to me? As you go to your home by the ocean, may you never forget those sweet hours that we spent in the Red River Valley, and the love we exchanged mid the flowers. Oh, come sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy who loved you so true. Deep in the heart of Texas is always received with great enthusiasm from an audience. We're going to have a little audience participation with this song because in the chorus there is a 4-measure phrase and then there are 4 claps on beats 2, 3, 4, 1 followed by Deep in the Heart of Texas. I'm sure some of you know this. So I'm going to invite you to join me on that. So we're going to do just a little sample here. So it starts out, the stars at night are big and bright, 2, 3, 4, 1. Deep in the heart of Texas, The prairie sky is wide and high. 2, 3, 4, 1. Deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, I think when we get started on it, you'll recognize where that keeps coming in. So there are like 4 measures, and then that comes in. So in 1942, the BBC banned the song during working hours on the grounds that its infectious melody might cause wartime factory hands to neglect their tools while they clapped in time with the song. And some of you sports fans might know that there are 3 Texas college bands that play deep in the heart of Texas at their football games. And during the 7th inning stretch of the Houston Astros baseball games, the fans sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and followed by "Deep in the Heart of Texas." So this has one short verse that we would call a verse, and then this chorus comes in, and it has, actually, unlike most choruses, it has 2 verses to it. But, okay. There is a land, a western land, mighty wonderful to see. It is the land I understand, and it's there I long to be. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas. The sage in blue is like perfume, deep in the heart of Texas. Reminds me of the one I love, deep in the heart of Texas. The coyotes wail along the trail, deep in the heart of Texas. The rabbits rush around the brush, deep in the heart of Texas. The cowboys cry, "Ki-yip-ee-yi," deep in the heart of Texas. The doggies bawl and bawl and bawl, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, now we're going to move to original accordion compositions. Accordions are a family of box-shaped musical instruments with bellows to produce the sound. The volume depends on how hard you pull or push the bellows. The essential characteristic of the accordion is to combine in one instrument a melody section played by the right hand on the keyboard with an accompaniment played on buttons with the left hand. The accordion's basic form is believed to have been invented in Berlin in 1822, but that instrument bore little resemblance to the modern-day accordion. The most familiar style is the piano accordion, which has a keyboard like a piano. The standard bass arrangement uses 6 single buttons in a row. The second row is the fundamental bass note. That's followed by the additional rows for the major chord, then a minor chord, then a 7th, then a diminished chord. So it looks like a bunch of chaos over here, but it really is very well organized. Oh, and then the very first row is called counterbass, which is actually a third of the chord. So here's C, and then that would be the third of the chord. Okay. So the buttons are arranged so that any scale uses the same fingering. So no matter where I am, I can play, and I can go up here. So the fingering is the same for any chord that you want to play. And the progression from one bass note to the next is always a fifth of the scale. So C is kind of the home bass, And so if you go C, D, E, F, G, the fifth, up, it's G. And going up, the keys are going to have sharps. So 5 up from G, G, A, B, C, D, that's 2 sharps. And so it keeps going up. A has 3 sharps. Now going down from C, it's going to be 5 down from C. So, and these are going to be flat keys. So you go C, B, A, G, F. So C, F, down 5. Down 5 more will be B, but it's going to be a flat, so it's B flat, and on down. So that's kind of the organization of this side over here. We know that a trio means 3, and in a musical composition, the trio is another part of 2 other musical ideas. It changes key and has a lighter texture than the previous statements, and it can come in the middle of the composition, but in the remaining songs that I'm going to play today, it happens that all of these songs have a trio that comes at the end. And so listen for a key change and a little different texture of what has come before that. So now we're going to move to some of the more common styles of accordion music, and I'm going to start with the polka. The polka is a dance style that came to American society with immigrants from Europe. It's a fast style in 2/4 time, featuring a strong emphasis on the first beat. And I'm going to play the Helena polka, followed by the Tinker polka. Now the waltz, that is in triple meter, which are 3 beats to a measure. And the waltz typically sounds just 1 chord per measure. Other music sometimes will change chords within a measure. And now I'm going to play Prairie Flower Waltz and the 4-leaf Clover Waltz. We have the march, which has a strong regular rhythm. In origin, it was written for lockstep marching soldiers. March music varies widely in mood and can be written in almost any time signature that can be divided in 2. So the most common are 2/4 and 4/4, and there are even some that are in 6/8, so they can think of left, right, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Think of your left, right, and marching order. Each section of the march typically consists of 16 to 32 bars, and marches can frequently change keys in the middle. So this is Music World March. Okay, for my last song is Sharpshooter's March. And this song has been with me for the last 72 years. I memorized this when I was 12 years old, so I'm going to attempt again today.